And I think it's a subject that's kind of interesting for all of us, and we're all in a learning curve right now. So it's like, let's take a look at it together, and we'll see what we can figure out. What I want to try and do is make you familiar with a little bit more about the subject than you probably already know. And you know, what I'll continue to be about the second most expensive purchase that people make. Okay, and I can tell you, you'll see what the slides I have in here shows what the average price of a new car is today. I can assure you, you will be horrified, absolutely horrified. Okay, it is a very good number. So as you go out to make that investment, you want to know, I hope I'm buying the right one, because if you don't buy the right one, you're never for long. So before we move ahead, I don't know if you are aware of this. Most of you probably aren't. You know that the automobile industry had the same choice essentially 100 years ago? Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe. The first official car, at least if you're German, for sure, okay, was patented in 1885, and it's the Benz. Okay. Edison said to Ford, electric cars only make sense in cities. You know, if you're in the city, fine, get one. Okay, that's because that's where the electricity is. Okay, batteries are inherently very heavy. Okay, as a matter of fact, I couldn't find an illustration of it, but I know I had one because I used to use it in presentations. The lead-acid battery, okay, which is the gold standard of batteries that people used to have, okay, and still do, not to run today's electric cars, but to run your car. It takes 600 pounds of lead-acid batteries to carry the same amount of energy that you have in 1 gallon of gasoline. 1 gallon. There are now 4 types of vehicles. BEVs, that's battery-powered electric vehicle. That's the pure electric car, okay? It must be plugged in or it won't get recharged, okay? PHEV, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. They can run on an internal combustion engine. They have an internal combustion engine, okay? They have a gas tank as well, okay? And they have limited battery range, generally these days between 20 and 50 miles. And if you think about it, I don't know where you all live and what you do, but I can tell you for myself, most of the time, 25 to 50 miles a day, I can live with that. I really could. You know, I probably 5 days a week I could live with that, okay? Almost every car company has these today, okay? And they have a full internal combustion engine and an electric motor. You never have to plug it in, okay? And if you say, what are the advantage of these 2 vehicles versus the BEV? Well, I told you, we don't know what the future holds for batteries. The battery in a pure electric vehicle is expensive and big, okay? And if the chemistry changes, you know, if they come out with a new kind of battery, it's not economically practical in most cases to switch your old car to a new kind of battery. So you have like an instantly obsolete car. Now, battery electric vehicles, this is the fundamental layout of it. And the front, you have a motor in some. In the back, you have a motor in some. You have the battery in the middle, in the floor. It would be nice if we're just rectangular like that, but it's generally not. We talked about the odd shape of these things. And you've got a power connector. That one's in the back, some are in the front, which is another interesting thing, that power connectors are not all standard, and the Tesla ones are in a different part of the car than most other ones are. Most other ones tend to be over the left front wheel, just behind the front wheel. Tesla's is in the back by the tail light. EVs often have over 400 horsepower. Okay, they can go like rockets. I think a lot of people think, it's battery. It's like a golf cart. It ain't like a golf cart. Okay, it can really go like a rocket ship. But they have a lot of mass. They're heavy, and you want to be careful what you do with it. Today, big things are happening really quickly. Car companies are under great stress. They really are. Profits are being squeezed. Government regulations demand not only more miles per gallon. When I was actively in the car business, the corporate average fuel economy required was 27 miles per gallon, and that would be in 2002, okay? Today, the corporate average fuel economy requirement is 49 miles per gallon. That doesn't mean your car has to get that. It means the average of all the cars you sell under your brand have to average out to 49 miles per gallon. Now, for a lot of car companies, they can't do that. Game changer technologies are just around the corner. Solid state batteries promise to be much lighter, more compact. 10-minute charging is being explored by Volvo. They're working on it right now. Okay, both of these will make existing battery-powered cars almost valueless. Okay, but here's the trick: they might come to market in the next few years. Maybe they won't. We don't know. Should you wait or buy now? Okay. Let's see. If you're considering buying an EV, this is my advice to you. Okay, my opinion. Shop around carefully. Look at and test drive all the cars you're interested in. I believe a smart person would lease rather than buy an EV. Why? If the market gets even more competitive because of unsold new vehicles, used EV prices will tap. If the market gets even more competitive because of unsold vehicles, the prices, if you bought it, you lose. If you lease it with a closed-end lease, that guarantees what you'll end up paying for the car at the end. Okay, so it's not like all of a sudden when you turn it in, it's not worth that much and you pay the difference. Okay, they've guaranteed you what the value will be at the end.